Yesterday I was in shorts. Yeah, that was pretty nice. Right? 100K. Oh my god, I'm gonna hide. This past weekend we traveled to Castell, Texas, which is about an hour and a half west of Austin. And Castell is kind of this very, very tiny town. It's known for its iconic general store, but it's just surrounded by beautiful red dirt roads. The course is challenging and unique. It has rumble bars that will make your teeth chatter and sand pits just scattered throughout, so it definitely keeps you on your toes. Here's a little flashback pre-race. I have been dancing back there. Guess what, guys? I got John's bike ready. Take note, this happens once in a blue moon.
Or once ever.
We made it to Castell and it's freezing. Okay, it's not freezing, but it's 40 degrees in April. And this cold front just dropped in.
Oh, Benny,
there's Corbin!
Hey, Benny!
Feeling?
Fabulous. Fantastic.
Good? Y'all ready?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna ready to crush it.
Houston crew. We got about 5 minutes. 5 minutes till start. You can see some people have jackets on. My race went from really exciting to like, okay, let's survive, to I want to finish right now. We had a neutral rollout up to the first gravel road, and the first gravel road is Kaiserville, and that is infamous for the series of sand pits. I call it Sand Apocalypse. I did an awesome job through Kaiserville and really got up ahead in the group, but I think I went a little too hard after all those sand pits, and my legs felt like bricks. So anytime people would catch up to me about from mile 8 to mile 30, I was just kind of in la la land, and people would pass me. I would try to hang on, and I could only hang on for a little bit, then just my legs could not keep up. So I was in and out of groups between then, a lot by myself, and a lot of riding by myself, a lot of riding into the headwind by myself, which kind of just beat me up over time. Several miles outside of Castell, outside of the halfway point feed zone, I got swept up by this like school of riders. I knew a lot of them, and before that I was setting second in the overall women. And then in this group, where it was in this like big group, was my teammate Debbie. She ended up getting third, and another one of my friends, Jen, who ended up getting second. So in that whole time frame, I just kind of like lost 2 places. I was also a little frustrated because I lost all that time and ground for putting that effort into Kaiserville. Around mile 30, my GoPro died, so I don't have any footage after mile 30. I come into the feed zone, into Castell, with this big group of riders, and I stopped to grab a water bottle. People just like dispersed. Half of them just like didn't even stop, half of them like stopped to go do a nature break or just keep refueling. But leaving Castell, leaving the feed zone, I was just in solitary like doomsday. From the feed zone, I went from race mode to like surviving mode, and I looked down and I looked at my fingers at one point and they were purple, and I couldn't get into like the back of my pockets for food or anything. So I did have to stop a couple times to like take the time and not crash and grab my food. Around mile 42, these two guys came up to me, and I knew they were hurting too, but those were two guys that like kind of saved me. Around mile 50, we ran into our friend Kevin, which is John's coach. I was following Kevin's wheel, and we hit this kind of just surprise sand pit, and Kevin had to slow up, and I had to slam on my brakes and just turn really quick. But I was like this close from face planting it in the sand. There's the one guy behind me, and I just kind of did this like move to stay upright on the bike. It happened so fast, and the guy behind me was like, "Sweet save!" I lost all momentum, so I had to get off my bike at that point, and I was in the middle of what felt like a 20-yard sand pit, and kind of run my bike through because I didn't have any momentum to get back on and pedal through. And I was just like, oh man, I'm gonna be by myself. I looked up the road, and Kevin was stopped at the end of the sand pit, and he was waiting for me. I was like, oh, thank God. Whew. From then on, we hauled it into the finish. So thank you for that, Kevin. I finished out with my first Castell Cube, and ended up getting 4th female overall. Very, very happy with this. And it's cedar. Fresh cut cedar. I love it. For nutrition, I had maybe 1.5 Lara bars, and I really enjoyed the SIS, Science and Sports, isotonic gels. For hydration, I tried out Veets, their lemon hydration mix. Shout out to those guys, they're a local company out of Houston. Takeaways, I wish I would have carried a top tube bag to get to my food easier. Another important takeaway is just I didn't get a warm-up, and I think that's a big reason why my legs felt like bricks. There was a lot of spinning out lactic acid after those sand pits. One of the great things about the Castell Grind is just their post-race party, where you can go hang out with friends, meet new people, kind of catch up to riders that you met on course if you recognize them. That's one of my favorite parts to events like these. Is thank you again to all the people who made this event possible, and also the locals of Castell that also come out and enjoy the atmosphere. There you guys have it, my race recap for the Castell Grind. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.